things.
Wow.
Think
Yeah.
marketing. Well,
Yeah.
when somebody buys a brand new house, they need to know how to use the kitchen. Not too many people know how to use the kitchen anymore.
That's
I,
right.
I've played around with the idea of, whenever I sell a house, that I would go in and, cook a meal for them. But I don't know if that's too personal or not. So,
I like that.
uh,
Wouldn't be too personal at my house.
no, yeah, I know. Yeah,
Right.
some people would welcome it. Some people try to get the hell out.
You give them a choice.
Yes, I
Exactly.
gotta have that recipe because my husband makes the best deviled eggs on the planet. So I like to challenge him. So I'd love to try and beat his recipe.
Oh, there you
Okay. Okay. I'll send you one, and I'll send it to Brittany, and maybe she can post it up here. But it's not just the typical deviled egg. It's a little kicked up version.
Oh
A
yeah,
little
you gotta
kicked
have
up
all
version.
kind of stuff on top of it.
Well,
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Well, we got some people that are jumping on. I've got 1:01 p.m. So it is time for tool time. Of course, we're supposed to have a joke. So Nick, I'm gonna need you to step in for Dennis and give us a joke. Or Wes, one of y'all.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I had one I sent him. Let me look it up.
Okay. Because we need a joke, and I don't see Dennis on, so I don't
yeah,
know
I
what
know
we're
that's
supposed to do.
unusual.
It is. He's
Well,
busy.
I've got a joke, and I don't know if it's appropriate or not, but it's
Let's do
it's
it.
fun. All right. Well, a guy goes to the doctor. He's not feeling well. Okay. And
Uh-oh.
while he's there, he kind of does a self-diagnosis, and he says, Doc, I don't feel really well. He says, I think I may have cancer. He says, well, let me give you a look over. Let me check you out here. I'll get back with you. So he looks him over for a few minutes. He goes out of the room, comes back, and he says, well, Joe, he says, I'll tell you what, you got good news and got the bad news for you. He says, the bad news is you were right. You do have a form of cancer. He says, but you want to hear the good news? He says, well, what could that be? He said, you see that hot nurse over in the corner? That's my girlfriend. So there you go. So there you go.
Well, mine's not as good, but I did find it. So why do bicycles need a kickstand to stand up?
Bye.
Because
I don't
it's
know.
too tired.
Oh my goodness.
That's a Dennis McKinnon joke right there.
So I sent that back to him in
That's-
October. He said, good one, I'll use that.
Yeah, that's that. I can hear Dennis saying that one right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you guys for the jokes. We needed that. Even though we heart and we miss Dennis, you guys did a good step in for him. Before I start what we're going to cover today, which is going to be like a hodgepodge of things, does anyone have any questions or anything that they ran into in the last couple weeks that they need clarification on? Just a reminder that tool time is obviously to learn about a tool or tools, but also just time that you have me here to answer your questions if you have a question, because I'm sure if your question and you have it, somebody else has it.
Cole Realty is officially gone now.
Yes, sir. So what's really replacing it, or what we're, pushing to replace it, is that geo-farming tool that Sunbelt has for you guys. It's a lot more reputable, and it has a lot more actual lists that you can trust. And even though you have to pay for it for certain things, it's definitely well worth it because it's like a penny or whatever.
Okay, thank you.
And we are developing a program to roll that out again and pair it up with the tools that you can use it with.
Yes, Connie's working very hard on that. The other thing that you can use, Wes, especially for the commercial portion, is called Reonomy. I'm sure you've heard Mike Mangrum talk about that if you've ever been on any of the RCC calls. But Reonomy is where you can buy lists too. You can buy residential lists as well as it's really big in our commercial space too.
Yeah, he showed me Reonomy and some things there. So that's good.
I like Reonomy a lot too, because you can get investors. All right. Well, a couple things that I want to do today. I want to do some reminders, and then I want to go back into the Marketing Center because I've been getting a lot of questions about the Marketing Center, and there really wasn't a lot of participation last week on our call about Marketing Center. And I think it's an important tool. I think it's, we don't have BrandServe anymore. So this is what's replacing BrandServe, is the Marketing Center on desk. So I want to show you how to get the logos out, to see what you have in there, how to create something, how to get your holiday campaigns for social media. But first and foremost, else, I want to go back through all of our profiles, and I also want to do something that I think is interesting that I don't think a lot of you guys do enough. So without further ado, let me go ahead and share my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen and my crazy calendar. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we
Yes.
got
Okay. When's the last time you've Googled yourself? By a show of hands, how many of you guys have Googled yourself, or just come off mute and tell me, in the last year? Daniqua has. Has anybody else Googled themselves? You're about to go do it right now. That's okay. I'm going to do it for you, Wes. So don't spoil the fun, because we're going to Google Wes as an example. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to go to google.com today at some point, and I want you to Google your name, and I want you to see what comes up. So if I Google Wes Payne,
oh my God, here we go.
and I'm just going to do realtor, because you should come up with realtor, what comes up and what profiles comes up. This is important because this is also your SEO. This is going to show you where your ranking is for your website. It's also going to show you where you're at just in general. So here we go. First thing that comes up is always going to be our Coldwell Banker paid company websites, just because the SEO is so good. It's been around for so long. So if I click on Wes's first ones, this is going to be your CB admin profile. A lot of you guys don't even know that you can actually come in here and you can edit it. So you can see Wes has Wes's More. He's got his current listings, his recent sales, and then he's got all of his other pages linked here, which is great. He's done his homework. Thank you for letting me choose you, Wes, always.
Always.
And then he's also got his bio in here. So it's really, really, really important that you have all your profiles filled out to completion, because when somebody's Googling you, this is one of the first things they're going to see is your CB admin profile. So as we're doing this, I'm going to open the program to show you where to do this profile. We've done a call like this in the past on Tool Time, but I was with an agent recently and we Googled them and we were very alarmed with some of the missing things that they didn't have. So I just want to make sure that you're definitely 100% well-rounded when it comes to somebody looking you up on Google, because they're going to Google you. Okay. So for Wes's profile, the first one that comes up is a CB, like a CB admin profile. So on desk, you need to look for the CB admins tile. Then what you're going to do is you're going to edit your profile. So I'm going to use Wes as an example because I'm already on him. So thanks, Wes. I know that you don't even really ever
You're
tell
very
me.
welcome. I'm sitting here holding my breath. Oh God, what's going to show up?
So when you go to your CB admin's profile, this is what you're going to see. Wes's picture should be here. It's just not loading on my computer for some reason. You can always view your live profile by clicking on this button, but to make any changes, this is where you're going to do it. Right here for his social media, that's where he's going to have his websites linked and his social media links in here. So if you need to edit those, you're just going to press this little edit pencil button and add all your social media links. Any awards that you've gotten throughout the years will show here. And then with designations, you can actually edit these. So if you've gone and gotten any designations, you can add those to your profile here. Areas served is a good one to edit. This is actually a new field that we didn't used to have. So for areas served, he would want to put in like Pensacola, right? Pensacola, regular Pensacola, not Pensacola Beach. He probably does Gulf Breeze, right? He does, Wes, what else do you do? Cordova?
Navarre, Cordova Park.
Navarre Beach. I'm going to save these for you, Wes.
Thank you.
But make sure you go in here and you add your areas served. So if you are a person that maybe you don't want to go all the way like Pensacola to all the way to Panama City Beach, don't put Panama City Beach, right? Like these are areas that you actually service. So make sure you put what you want in here. Languages, we have a lot of agents that are bilingual. So
Hey,
make sure
Brittany.
you edit this if you do speak another language.
Hey, Brittany,
Yes.
I just wanted to point out on the areas served, it's important to customize that because consumers can look at that and say, well, if you're covering 75 areas from Jacksonville over to Pensacola Beach, how can you actually help me? So really make it accurate to your point.
Absolutely. I like that. Good job, Nick. Also, this will help too with somebody that's looking for a referral agent. A lot of times our agents within the company come into CB admins and look for an agent. And if you have the area served, they can type in the area and you'll come up. So keep that in mind. And then bio. So your bio, it's really important to have your bio implemented in here. So you can just grab that from wherever you have your bio. And it would be really awesome if Wes had a personal video here so that when somebody looks up his profile, they could also click to watch a video of Wes and see who he is. So homework for Wes is to get a video and come in here and make sure all of his areas served are correct. And then for all of you guys, your homework is to make sure this entire profile is completed. The other thing is if you're part of multiple MLSs and you're not seeing it in here, we can edit that on the back end. If you're a full member, we can add that for you. So let's just pretend Wes was also a part of eCar. I could add his eCar MLS in here too. You have to be a full member, not pastor rights. You have to pay the full member dues. All right, any questions about CB admin profile before I move on to the next thing that we see on Google? Let me go into here. Is there anything in the chat? Hi, Kim.
Brittany,
Yes.
this is Karen. Where
Hi.
was that CB admin? I don't see that. I'm on
desk.
desk.
Okay, if you're not seeing it, Karen, you can always go all the way to the bottom and add app and see if it's hiding in here. You just might not have it on your desk, or you can also type it up here in the top and type in CV Homes admin. And it should come up right here.
Okay.
Good question. Since you're on, Kim, and I know that your time is precious, do you want to say anything? I know you're a busy woman. Okay, you're just observing. Okay. I just wanted to give you the option to say hi if you wanted to. If you don't know Kim from Sunbelt, she's our Sunbelt rep and she's amazing. Send her a contract because we love her. Okay. So that's Wes's CB admin profile. The second thing that we're going to find is his CaldwellBanker.com. So for those of you that are new or maybe confused, we have two Coldwell Banker websites. The first one is CaldwellBankerHomes.com. It's my favorite. I think it's easily navigationable. There we go. And then we have CaldwellBanker.com. This is our national one. This one is a little less user-friendly in my opinion, but you do have a profile here. This profile feeds from your desk profile. So just make sure that your desk profile is completely filled out because that's what this is going to pull from. So you can't make any changes to this profile other than on your CB desk. And I'm going to show you how to do that in just a minute, but just to kind of keep you guys up to date. So like he has his areas served here. These are just going to be because he's part of the Pensacola office. It's going to show you the areas that he services and then his recent and past sales. So to change that profile, it pulls in from your profile on desk. And there's actually a lot of things that pull from this profile on desk. And I want you guys to be very, very active in updating this profile. So I'm going to do Wes again. Going to tell me there's no Wes Payne. There it is. Okay. So this profile you can change and update as much as you need to. So Wes has got his bio in here. He's got his picture in here. On your guys' version that you see, you're also going to have an area where you can upload your logo. So if you have your own personal logo, you can upload that here into desk profile and that will pull into like Moxie and any other of the programs. So just keep in mind this desk profile is very important to have it updated. And I would come in here and just make sure your bio is, if you put it in there 7 years ago, it might have changed a little bit. So make sure you just spruce it up. Same thing with this professional video. So for those of you that don't know, Kim does spotlight videos with Sunbelt. You'll have to get with her to find out if she's still going to do those in the next couple months. But you could use your Sunbelt video as your spotlight professional video here. He could also add his designations and specializations here too. The other portions of your desk profile is your contact info. Make sure your personal email is there if you want it to be there as a backup and that your phone number is correct because that's the phone number that they're going to show. And I'm not going to scroll down more because it has his home address. His office, so his preferred city right now is not added. So Wes, I need you to go in here and put your preferred city. It's going to be Pensacola. But you should have like your MLS ID, your NERDS number should be there, and your license. That should be all in there as well. Then you also have a place for your social media links. It looks like your Instagram link is broken, Wes. So you might want to go in there and fix that too. But make sure your website is there, make sure your Facebook is there, and all your social media links, because these are all going to pull into your Moxie website. For lead settings, make sure that your preferred CRM is your MoxieWorks. Market Leader, if you're still paying for InTouch Pro, but Moxie is going to be your preferred CRM. That your business phone is the contact phone number that you want. Same thing with your email address. And then availability. This is for the leads that the company gives you. So this is when you're willing to take leads from the company. So you can turn these and change these. Does anybody have any questions about your desk profile? I know we talk about that a lot, but the reason why I talk about it is because it's really, really important.
This is still in CB admin, right?
No, that's on your desk profile.
Okay.
So it's right here, Brittany, at the top right.
Okay.
Under profile.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Good question. Any other questions? Go into the chat because there's something in the chat. Let's see. Maybe. My computer's being slow. Can you mention the importance of YouTube addition to LC before you finish today? Thank you. Yes. Wes, we're all up in your business. I know, that's why I was trying not to show his like address and stuff.
My life is apparently an open book now.
I'm sorry, Wes. Okay. I know that you love me, so I know that you're okay with me.
We're amongst
All right.
friends and family. It's good.
I know. Okay, so the other thing that I don't think you guys think about very often is your PAR MLS comes up too, because the PAR MLS profile that you guys have is on, it's got really good SEO because everybody goes to the MLS. So Wes, you don't even have a picture in here. So get with, I think it's like Lois from PAR, and figure out how you can sign into your PAR and change your picture and your information, because it'd be nice to have your picture here. And I promise you're not the only one that doesn't. Realtor.com is going to be the next one that probably comes up. Same thing. It's pulling in all of Wes's information, but it doesn't have like a bio, and it doesn't have a picture. And then I would also do your website, your personal Moxie website. And then the next thing that of course is going to show up is of course Google business page. So if you don't already have a Google business page, go back and look at one of my tool times. Previously, I talk about how to create a Google business page, but that's important because you have Google business page where you can just click to call and it has all your information. So keep that in mind. And then his CB Moxie website comes up. So that is great, Wes. Great job on your SEO that your website is showing up on the first page of Google, because nobody goes to the second page of Google unless they're hiding a dead body. So I'm really proud the fact that your Moxie website, you've done so much to it that the SEO is really great that it's coming up. So good job, Wes.
Thank you.
So
A
make
quick question on that, since we're looking at that. It's the William Payne. I can't change. I've tried to get that William Payne changed
I know.
through admin, and it won't change.
No, it's not going to. It's going to be what's on your license.
Ah, okay.
I know. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
But I am proud. Oh, look, your TikTok shows up too, Wes.
There we go.
So we've got Wes's TikTok. Even one of his videos is showing up, 2 of his videos. So you could actually just watch the video from here. So great job. And then of course it'll go into Zillow, which this is not Wes, so that's not you, and either is that. So kind of stops right here for Wes under his TikTok. So Google yourself if you haven't done that in a little bit. I would just kind of to see, because people are going to Google you, what's coming up, what's not coming up. Do you need to change any of your profiles? Do you need to do any updating? How does it look from the consumer? I always used to tell businesses when I would sit with them about their website, when's the last time you Googled your website? What does that look like? Same thing with you guys. I think it's really important that you come in here and you Google it, and Google it on different platforms. So Google it on your desktop and your phone and see if there's any difference. Same thing with news. If you've ever been in any news articles, those should be there. And then of course, images is going to have Wes at the couple for front, which is great. And look at the ones that are coming in or your TikTok. So Wes, TikTok has really great SEO. Keep doing it. Same thing with Wes's videos. So thank you for letting me use you, Wes. Does anyone have any questions about that before I move forward? Going back to the chat. All right, so Connie mentioned in the chat really quick, we'll just talk about this for a second before I go into more. Can you mention the importance of YouTube addition to LSE before you finish today? So if you don't already have a YouTube channel, I would highly recommend it as a real estate professional. If you sat in our social media class with Nick, I, and Connie, you heard us talk about a YouTube channel and the importance of a YouTube channel. It's going to be even more important because Listing Concierge has added that YouTube advertising instead of having it on a random TV show, which nobody watched. So we've changed our advertising in the Listing Concierge package to offering you YouTube ads, which is super awesome and super exciting. So you can actually upload those ads to your YouTube channel like you did with your homes that you showcased. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about what social media platforms you should have. I would definitely have a YouTube channel. So good call out, Connie. Okay. So a couple more things. I told you this was going to be like kind of a hodgepodge of things today, is this left-hand side of desk. I've had a lot of people ask me some questions recently, and it's because they forget that this left-hand side of desk even exists. I always like to joke, just like the Google joke, like this is where we hide our dead bodies in Coldwell Banker, but it's actually a really, really great resource. So under company, there's some really great news briefs here. There's a lot of information you can share on your social media. So if you're looking for content, our blogs are here. Our global luxury items are here that you can go and you can add to your social media. So if you're looking for content, like find no more right here. You also have like anything else that you might need for like company directory. So if you needed to get in touch with somebody. So just keep that in mind. There is lots of stuff on this left-hand side of desk. Of course, my favorite thing is going to be marketing. You have the ability to create a professional email signature in seconds. So if you didn't go to Design Concierge and you did not get a beautiful email signature from them, you can create your own beautiful email signature here in seconds. I always get asked to create QR codes, but you can create your own QR code right here on desk and download it right here and there. So keep that in mind, and that's under the marketing tool. And then, of course, there's going to be this product at month, and then MoxieWorks information, LC materials, and then luxury Proxio. So our luxury presence. This is the website that you can pay for if you're in the luxury space and you want them to create a website for you. You can do that. We have a couple agents that do that locally. Under advertising, you're going to have advertising and seller strategy campaign, and there's a video that you can use. So this is going to be our dream campaign that we have. You are welcome to use this video on your social media to promote it. We also have the Move Meter and CB Estimate widget, so you can put those on your Moxie websites. You've got the Dream Social Media Guide to help you with how to use our dream assets to help harness your social media. And then this is something that I don't think that we showed in our social media world tour, which we probably should have, but we have a 2023 media strategy and plan. So this is going to be what we're doing as a company for what we're, doing as a brand for social media and for media. So take a look at this. We launched this about a month ago, but where we're actually going to have presence for CV on a national level. So take a look at this. It's cool. We're going to be on Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime. So you'll start seeing some ads for Coldwell Banker, as well as Hulu, and of course our partnership now with YouTube, which is going to be great. So these should be generating you business with just the brand of CB with the amount of money that they're putting behind the company. So really great incentives there. You've also got Dream Poster assets. So you've got Dream Posters. You've got that you can, come in here and download. You've got the CBR media calendar again. You've got the CB View. So this is going to show you in the View magazine for Listing Concierge. This is going to be the link to their actual digital site. So if you want to showcase this on your social media, you can. If you want to send it to your seller, you can. So if we come to the view.com or cbview.com and you click on Florida, hello. it'll take you to the Florida View magazine, so you can actually showcase the latest edition. So the latest edition was March 2023, and you could send this to your potential sellers or to your sellers that you've showcased using Listing Concierge. So great information there. Branding is another great one. This is going to be our brand standards. Everybody always asks me, Brittany, I need our brand guidelines. I need our, disclaimers. Here they are. They're also in Marketing Center. You can also download the national brand video by clicking on this, and it will download to your OneDrive. The one that I want to really focus a lot of time on, because I know a lot of you guys sell in the global luxury price point, is the global luxury tab. So there's a couple ways to showcase global luxury. And for some of you on the call that are new, you don't have to be global luxury certified to showcase your property as global luxury. It just has to hit a minimum threshold. And I'll show you how we can find that. But you can use a lot of our assets for marketing using the global luxury. You can also take what's called a global luxury certification, where you can take a course through Coldwell Banker to learn more about global luxury. And then you have to hit a couple requirements to be considered a global luxury specialist. But most of you guys on this call would probably already qualify for that. So keep that in mind. But you have the report right now. We just launched this beautiful video for you to share on your social medias, as well as what the report is for global luxury. They're going to be pushing global luxury really hard this year, and they should, because it's a great arm of our business. Setting the bar, so how to leverage global luxury. If you are global luxury certified or you want to use this program, you can learn more about it. And then also, this is where you're going to go to get the certification. So if you want to get the certification, you click on this, and it'll tell you the upcoming certification courses and how to register. They also have a GL email signature tutorial if you're already global luxury certified, global luxury name badges to order, and things like that. There's also direct mailing lists that are available to you guys, and I don't think a lot of you know this, of U.S. aircraft owners, artistic interests, business owners, equestrian owners, real estate investors, senior Fortune and 500 executives, and yacht and boat owners. And these lists are able for you to download and to utilize with whatever way you see fit. If you have maybe a listing that you think that one of these lists would really benefit from seeing, you are able to use these lists, and they're scrubbed, and you can come in here and you can download them. Bet you didn't know that. GL threshold tool. This is going to be how you figure out if you can price, or not if you can price, if you can use global luxury on a specific listing. So my zip code is 32533. I live up here in Cantonment. If I list a property for 500 or more, it's considered global luxury. Pace is the same way. You start getting into like the 650s and up when you get closer to Gulf Breeze and Pensacola. And then, of course, in Destin and Panama City, we're in the millions to be global luxury. So just is by zip code. So if you're unsure, come in here and type in the zip code, and it'll tell you what the minimum list price is to use our global luxury assets. Global luxury website and Proxio. So again, we do have the ability, if you want them to create a website for you, you can pay this Proxio and global luxury to create a website for you. If you don't want to use your Moxie website and you want to pay somebody, you can. There's listing presentations for global luxury. So they have a listing presentation package video. They have talking points. So if you've never maybe played in the space of global luxury, but you have a price point that's hitting that global luxury and you need some talking points, you have that at your disposal, which is awesome. You also have agent resume, appointment confirmation letter, and CBR mailing label template, all from Express Docs. And then, of course, under your marketing tools, you're going to have tons of things. You have the View, which is the luxury portfolio. So we have a View luxury portfolio that showcases. In the View magazine, you've got the Home and Estates. So if you pay to be in that publication, you can look at that, or you can order if you want to be a part of that. And then there's an action plan brochure and other templates to download. One of the other things that I want to make you aware is our logo gallery is now available on desk. So if you need to get one of the logos, you can download the logos here. So you should see the logos. I'm seeing commercial because I help with commercial, so just ignore that. The other thing that you have under your marketing tag is prospecting. This is another huge one for new agents that I get a lot of questions about is there anything that I can use for prospecting? They actually have talk points for your pre-listing presentation in Moxie that talk through each page in Moxie that you can print out and have talking points to, which is super helpful. Same thing with the seller presentations, and they're both in English and in Spanish. So if you have multilingual customers, which is cool. There's the activity planner down here if you want to be very strategic about planning your day. There's new development templates. So these are going to be new developers. And then they have words that work scripts for prospecting. Public relations is going to be if you have like a super special project that you want to get some PR on, actually get with Connie or I because we can get you connected with our PR person for Florida. Those are going to be like, 5 million and up projects or something super unique. Bring it to Connie's attention and she can decipher that. Social media, this is a great one. This is where you can find all the social media best practices. So coming off of our social media world tour, if you want to know more, you have social media best practices here, social media offices and staff, social media guidelines. You have social media images and templates available in Marketing Center. And then you've also got all of our guides here. And then you can follow all of our social medias. So just keep in mind this left-hand side of desk has a wealth of information. I feel like I've answered 6 questions in the last 3 days and they've all been found on the left-hand side here. So I just wanted to repoint our, our focus on the left-hand side of desk. Under my business, this is going to be your awards and production to see where you're at to your goals. Referral rewards, super important. Buyers and sellers. And then forms. So there's a lot of forms in here. So if you need a form and you can't find it in Dotloop, 9 times out of 10, it's actually housed here too. So if you want to come and grab it here. Partners and services, it's going to talk about our title. Obviously, it's going to talk about GRA. It's going to talk about AHS, and it's also going to talk about our amazing partnership with Sunbelt. All right. Does anyone have any questions about the left-hand side of desk before we go into the Marketing Center? Let me go back into the questions.
You
Where
wanna
can we
remind
order?
everybody how easy it is to do the referral rewards program and what it's for?
Marcella asked if where can we order postcards? You can order them in multiple places now. You can order them in Moxie. You can order them in Express Stocks. And then, does that answer the question?
And-
Yes. Okay, I just need to find it in Moxie then. And
It's going to be under Impress and Moxie.
And Brittany, remind them that's a great thing to pair up with the Sunbelt contacts download. And you can upload those lists either to Express Docs or into your Moxie Engage and push out those postcards.
Yep.
okay, awesome. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of listing concierge, and I've had probably about three phone calls just from postcards over the last like 2 months. So I'm definitely trying to send out a lot more than what just listing concierge offers. So I was just trying to figure out where they were at because I looked all over and could not find them, but apparently I missed it.
Well,
Did
and
everybody hear what she just said? Those of you that are not using listing concierge, I'm just kind of putting it out there. It works. I'm gonna shut up now.
Thank you. That's a great to say, and I appreciate you bringing all that up, because if you're not using listing concierge, then you're not that worried about getting business, moving business forward, because that's exactly what the investment does. It's one of the best investments you can make as an agent.
Oh, I thought you were thanking me for shutting up.
I think it's not because, where we're getting busier now, but it also helps. Like I send them whenever I get like the TV booth spotter, I'll send them like, basically I just copy and paste the email on when it's going to be, live. And the response from that I've gotten is like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I mean, they think I'm like doing it on my own, but they're just like, oh my gosh, thank you for all you're doing to get our house sold. And so I've gotten feedback from sellers too.
That's awesome. That's a great testimony. And to your point, you're gonna see some improvement in your viewership with the YouTube ads, because with just a silver package, you're gonna see 1,000 people that you're gonna possibly reach with your YouTube ads. And then it goes up from there depending on your package. You're gonna get even more exposure for your seller and for yourself. So thanks for sharing that. And then another thing I wanted to talk about was with Listing Concierge, you can actually pull the list of people that they sent the postcards to. So if you wanted to keep that as a list to put into your Moxie to keep dripping them, you can, because they give you the address to where they sent it in the homeowner's name. You're not gonna have their email address, but you're gonna have their address. If you wanted to pull that list, you could actually send them another postcard if you wanted to, or you could just keep that list handy and keep dripping them if that's your farm neighborhood. So that's
You know,
wonderful.
Brittany and HomeSpotter, we keep trying to tell agents that there's so many leads that are just left behind in HomeSpotter because they don't go in and retrieve their leads. And again, just that's another element of Listing Concierge. And please remember every day that the campaign's running to check for leads, because you want to get them as fresh as possible.
Yep, that's a great call out. Olivia, you asked, where can we find sales quota calculator? What do you mean by that? Or Nick, do you know what she's asking for?
I'm asking for the sales goal. I know that we can, we'll know how many people we need to prospect each week to meet our sales goal. I thought that it was a calculator that we had available for that.
Yes, it was on the left-hand side of desk. I don't see it anymore. Nick, do you still have a copy of that we can send her?
I do, but if you type in agent plan calculator or agent business plan, the link will pop up in desk.
Ah, that's marketing. Marketing. I like
Kind
the
of business
marketing.
plan.
I can't type. My business.
Right there.
This one?
Yep, click on that one. The link should be in there.
Okay. This is commercial.
Oh. Yeah,
I might not
can
have it.
I can email it to you, Brittany, if you want to send it to everybody.
Wait, agent, that's a marketing plan. Let's see what this is.
Yeah, that's it. That should be it.
This is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the marketing plan should be the.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is, Olivia.
You just have to make sure that you're running Excel so you can enable the editing on it.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much.
Yeah, good question. Any other questions before we move forward? No? Okay. All right, so I just want to go quickly because we have a little bit of time left. I want to go back into the marketing center because I feel like that's still a little wonky for people on how to get in there, how to get in and download things. I'm just going to click on the marketing center. So again, this is replacing BrandServe. So BrandServe is no longer, so you're not going to see BrandServe on your desk anymore. Marketing Center is where you're going to go to download different things. When you drop in here, you're going to see any of the recent projects that you've been working on. So if you've worked on a couple of projects in the last couple of days, they should be showing here on your dashboard. You can see I've worked on these ones, so they're showing in my dashboard. Under my images, they're going to be your logos, so all the Coldwell Banker logos, as well as anybody's images that you've added. So if you see your headshot in here, it's because I've worked on something with you. But you can load in pictures here, and then your profile picture from Dash should be loading into your marketing center. If for some reason you're not seeing anything in here and you're not seeing logos, you're not seeing your picture, go ahead and put a ticket in. You should see the Coldwell Banker Realty logos as well as your picture. To download the logo to use it on a different marketing, you're just going to come over and hover over the picture to the 3 little dots, and you're going to download image. So you can download the actual image to send to a third party if you're working on a ad or a billboard, or you need our logo for any reason, you can actually just download them now from here. So hopefully that answers some questions. And then Under templates, these are going to be all the templates that the company has for you to come in here and use. And I'll be honest with you, I have a lot of templates in here because I work with commercials. So if there's one in here that you're seeing and you don't see it on your end, it's just because we might have different things that I see that you don't see. So there's like St. Jude, that's a commercial one. You've got your luxury. You've got more about St. Jude. You've got our CB Dream campaign. You've got tons and tons of stuff. You've got the partnership with GRA. If you use them as your lender, which you should, you've got seller's assurance. You've got tons and tons of stuff in here for you to come and use. So let me show you how to use one of these and actually create something. I did this last time, but again, there wasn't a lot of people on the call. So I want to walk through it again. So let's just do one of these listing headlines real quick and see if I have a open house or maybe just a just listed or just sold, I can use this template. So you're going to see when you come in here, there's multiple templates within this file. So you're just going to choose use template. It's going to ask you to save it as, so you can save it into your projects. You can name it whatever you wanted. So if it was like 123 Main Street, you could type in 123 Main Street to keep you nice and organized, and then create. If you notice, this program is a lot like Canva in a lot of regards. They're still optimizing it, but it's a lot more friendlier than I think BrandServe was. A lot of people got hung up about downloading and purchasing and adding to cart. So, okay, yeah, well, sometimes, things just don't work out. All right, let's try again. I wonder if they're having an issue. Let's see. Let's try one more time. There we go. So how you know you're going to the next page is it usually gives you a quote unquote inspirational post. Okay. So when you come in here, you're going to choose which one you like. So if you like the white background or the blue background, and then of course, this is a team or a co-listing. They do have ones for single agents, but I chose the one for the team. So I'm going to pretend I'm a team. So I should be able just to double click on the picture and load in my team picture. So if I'm a team, I would just click my picture and insert it. So we're just going to pretend that's the team. And then you can just type in here what you want it to say. So the good thing is you just double click and you type in the box here. So you could do like, beautiful pool home, just listed, whatever, right? You can change all this information. Same thing with this headline. You could change to just listed. This photo can be changed by double clicking it and uploading a photo and putting it in here. And then same thing with the logo. So the logo should be pulling in your Coldwell Banker logo. I have it locked currently, but you should be able to just pop in your Coldwell Banker logo, or it'll probably self-populate for you. So we'll just do I don't have the Realty one. I'm out of compliance, but that's because I'm different than y'all. So that's how you come in here. You can actually edit a lot more, I think, whereas BrandServe, it didn't let us like edit anything. So you come in here, you grab which one you want, you just double click, type in what you want to type here. So if we wanted to type in, I don't know, beautiful new pool home, and you can put the address, whatever you want to put here, right? And then you can edit all the information from the team name all the way down. So once you have this exactly the way you want it, obviously it's not exactly the way I wanted. You can also see that it's pulling in different types of properties on the left-hand side. So ideally, right now it's showing me Dayton, Ohio. I don't know why, but if I was to click on it, it should apply that listing into this shell. It's not right now because I'm not connected to the MLS, but it should be doing it for you guys. So if for some reason that's not working either, get with me, I will help you, but you should be able to do these easy fills. You should be able to see listings on the left-hand side, click them and apply it into here, which is nice. We did not have that capability in BrandServe. To download this though, it is a little bit cumbersome, so listen up real quick. You're going to come here to the top right here where it says download the document. Two things. It's always going to format as a PDF. You don't want a PDF for sharing unless you're sharing it like and you're printing it. Otherwise, you can't share a PDF on social media. So you need to change it to a PNG or a JPEG, whichever one you want. And then it'll ask you how many pages you want. There's 4 in this I don't want all 4. I just want this one I've been working on, so I can just choose current page. And it's just going to download this one. And then I'm just going to hit next. And then it's asking me if I want to use smart prints. I don't. And I'm going to hit download. And then depending on your computer that you have, it'll either download to the bottom like mine will, or if you have a Mac, it downloads at the top into your downloads. It just might take a minute. So it's saying generating file, and then it will pop up right here. And now I have it, and I can save this to my computer and take it to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all of my social media platforms. Does anyone have any questions on that? I go back to Teams. Questions? No? Okay, good. All right. So there's other things that we can do here. If you want to do like the holidays, you can upload the holidays. There's tons and tons and tons of templates in here, guys. So don't be afraid to come in here and play around. You can't hurt anything. You can't download too many of these. You can just come in here. Under brand assets, it is going to have all of our colors. So if you're doing any outside advertisement, or if you're working in Canva, it gives you the color codes to use for our colors to stay brand compliant. And of course, images is going to have our brand logos. Fonts, here's our fonts that we use. So if you are, again, using an outside person to help you, they can give you that. All right, well, that's kind of really a broad overview of what Marketing Center looks like. I want to show you guys how to sign up for classes, because that's another thing I think that we've gone away from Sales Pro, and a lot of people don't even realize that we still have a platform where you can sign up for live classes. So I'm going to do that really quick. Told you it was going to be a hodgepodge today. So it's no longer Sales Pro. For those of you that used to sign up for classes, it's called the CBU Learning Center. Coldwell Banker University Learning Center. And in this, they actually have already recorded classes that you can, they have like video libraries. They also have our partners. So like sometimes Sunbelt does some, statewide classes that are actually for CRE credits and things like that. They're actually offered on our calendar here under CBU Learning. So just keep that in mind. You can come in here and you can see what's going on. Connie and I always teach classes on here. We usually teach about 2 a month, so you can find us on here. There's also self-paced courses in here, so listings, to just talk about listings. So that's going to be on your homepage. And then, of course, featured MoxieWorks Learning is going to always be here just because MoxieWorks is new. But to find the live classes, you're going to come up to the top right, and you're going to actually click on the calendar. And it's going to pull up all the classes that are offered for the month of March. And you can come in here and you can sign up for the ones that have availability and that are in the future. You can't, unfortunately, sign up for a class that's already happened because it's already been taught. You can also search for a class. If you're looking for a specific class and you're not finding it on the calendar, you can always search for it. Or instructors, like let's just pretend you only want to do classes from Brittany because she's amazing. You can type my name in and you can find out all the classes that I'm going to be teaching for the month of March. So today were 2 classes. Tomorrow there's a ton of classes for you to come in here, and if you wanted to register for, you could. So we've got business planning, we've got priority management and goal setting, buyer strategies, negotiation skills, value proposition, plan for profit, advertising, dot signal and listing concierge, which is not for us, so ignore that one, and Moxie Engage 201 email marketing. So if you want to register for one of these, let's say you wanted to go to the Moxie Engage one, you just click on it and click register. And they will send you a link to your calendar of the class, and they will put it on your calendar to remind you. And it'll tell you the instructor, and it'll tell you it's virtual. So keep that in mind. There's tons and tons of classes. I feel like since we've switched over from Sales Pro, people are forgetting that we still have a learning place. There's also a learning library. You can come in here and look at all the past classes and take those over again. So for those of you that maybe work 2 jobs, real estate's halftime at the moment, you can come in here and you can watch the recordings, which is nice. Or for people that just need to watch it again, right? Sometimes I take a class and I'm like, what did that person say? I need to go watch it again. You can come in here and do that.
Brittany,
Yes.
are all the live classes recorded so that we could go back and look at them?
Depends on the instructor, Karen. Sometimes they forget to press record. I'm notorious for that. So yes, I know that the boot camp and the AMP are not, because those are classes you have to attend to graduate. So those are the only ones I know that are not allowed to be recorded. But most of the time, yes, they are. It just depends on the instructor. If we fail, which I fail miserably every day, and we forget to press record, then it's not going to be recorded.
Okay.
Any other questions? Going back to Teams. Hold on. Let me go back and see if there's any other questions. No? Well, happy Monday. If you didn't know, Kim from Sunbelt is also doing something similar to what I do on Mondays, but she's doing it on Tuesdays. It's her Title Talks with Kim. She can send you the link if you don't have it, but I don't know what she's going to talk about tomorrow, but it's going to be interesting because it's coming from her. But she has really great knowledge about everything when it comes to title and real estate. And I know she's going to have special guests. And I promise you, I'm not this red. I got sunburned this weekend, so I look like a lobster, but I'm not a lobster. But if you need that link, Kim, can you put it in the chat for us so we can get it? What are you talking about tomorrow? 1 second. Okay. Are you wearing a mask? Or are you wearing a jacket? Okay. I was wondering.
Just talking about seller net sheets. What
Sorry,
section?
I am talking about net sheets and altas and like what's behind the numbers. So
Ooh.
because I mean obviously we have calculators and stuff, but it's going into so how you can explain to your clients why the numbers are what they are on the net sheets and in the altas and how they directly relate.
Awesome.
Is
And
there an invite on that, or is that a class you sign up for? How's that work?
So it's a Zoom class because it's really just open to everyone, not just Coldwell Banker agents. But you have, because I couldn't get the list of people that were there last time and it cut off, I upgraded. So now you register for it, but it takes you like 5 seconds to register, and you can register right before as well. But it's in the invite link that I sent out last week, and I tried to send it to everyone in Northwest Florida. So I don't know if you got it or not. I hope you did.
Wes, it's in the chat too. She just put it so you could Zoom or you could register there.
Okay, thank you.
And then Brian asked, hey friends, where are the Zoom recordings again? Are you talking about like from the classes? Those are in CBU Learning. A lot of them are on Teams. The only ones that really are Zoom are going to be anything that Kim's doing with hers, and then AMP and I think Boot Camp are on Zoom. Most of them are on Teams. And I can send you a couple links, Brian, when we get off the call, to a couple channels that you can look at. Nick, I have to ask, is that little certificate behind you when you got your shell back when you crossed
Yes,
the
it is.
equator?
I'm very impressed that you recognize that. So you can't see the other one, but one was for crossing the equator and the other one was going through the Suez Canal.
Yep, Mike got both of those. That's why I recognize it. Them Navy folk. Thank you for your service because you're amazing. All right, everyone. Well, if that's it, I hope you guys have a great Monday. Thanks for joining my tool time. It was a hodgepodge today because there's been a lot of questions lately I've been getting, and I just figured I'd answer them here. Next week, I think we're going to have a special guest. So I'm not going to give away who it is yet, but we're going to have a special guest. So I'm excited for that. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to reach out to myself or Connie. I hope you guys have a great Monday, and I will see Nick tomorrow in person at your office.
Thanks, Brittany.
Thanks, Brittany. Good job.
Thanks, Wes,
You're
for being
amazing.
such a great
Thank you.
sport.
See you guys later.
Bye.